I swear to God, doing that Nomiya voice really does a toll on me. It annihilates me inside, in both a physical way and a mental way. As the meeting comes to a close, thank God, I realize we haven't once touched any paint or pens today, which is bullshit considering this is the goddamn art club, and I feel somewhat disappointed. Oh no, Nomiya, go! Leave me alone! Nomiya suddenly appears next to us. He seems to be fired up from his speech he delivered still. His Kalogna. Scott, it's pronounced cologne. I know, shut up. Smells musky and Sachi at the same time. Giving me an instant headache. Even though I'm not sensitive to perfumes, he is looking at Rin like a hungry wolf. Tezuka! Do you remember Miss Sionji who visited us at the festival? I think so. I'm going to tell you something amazing. The thing is, she is a very well-known gallerist around here. It turns out I might be able to get her to consider having some of your work out on display. Is it like some of the ones that have boobs in it? Because he ends his sentence with a dramatic gesture. It seems he's expecting Rin to show some sort of joyous, shocked reaction at such grand news. But it's Rin, so she just stares at him blankly. Magnificent, isn't it? This could be a real chance for us to get ahead, girl. But now, I know what you're about to say. Yes, it wouldn't be a simple affair, but I think this is an absolutely fantastic opportunity. Frankly, I wouldn't be surprised at all if we made it big. Oh, God damn it. This could be the first step. And then, when the word is out, we strike while the iron is hot. Right, Nakai? Why you? Don't look at me. Yeah, it does sound pretty great if you're into that kind of thing. See? We should definitely not let this one pass, am I right? I don't really. Rin seems to be troubled for some reason. I can't figure out why. What Nomiya is saying does indeed sound like a possibly great thing. Rin, what's the matter? She looks pretty down, though, and confused. I've never seen her like this. Rin, what do you think? Rin looks up at her teacher's glowing face, then back down at her desk, and the music's gone. I'll think about it. Nomiya is at least at last taken aback, slightly, by Rin's lack of superlative delight. Then he smiles widely at her and gently pats her head. Good girl. All right, the club meeting is finally over, and as I lazily collect my things and help clean up, I start feeling exhausted for some reason. I know I already am. There isn't much to do, however, so it's over quickly. Rin, we're gonna get into this? I catch up to Rin, who left the club room just a moment earlier, so we're walking down the stairs to the ground floor while I try to go over Nomiya's passionate speech about art, and Rin seems to be lost in thought. Not really an unusual state for her, I've learned, but something about her expression makes me feel uneasy. Penny for your thoughts. I love when anyone says that. I just love the saying. That'd be too cheap. You're just overpricing your thoughts. I wouldn't want to sell, or I wouldn't be able to sell them anyway. I'm not sure what I'm thinking yet. That'd be fraud too, like stealing the candy from a baby. That's theft, not fraud. Rin, please. I have to think about what I think. Is it about what the teacher said? Getting your work put on display and all that? She doesn't answer, but stops in her tracks as we reach the lobby. Oh God. We're the only people around, and so it's very quiet. Footsteps echo from a few floors up as someone hurries along the hallway. I think I'm going to go somewhere elsewhere. What do you mean, Rin? I think she really is troubled. Well, you want company? I mean, I can't promise much help with the thinking, because I suck at that, but it's not like I have much else to do. And I'm supposed to do some light exercise, if you like. Alright, where the shit am I? Rin leads me outside to the wall behind the dorms. There's a small black gate there, made from the same wrought iron as the main gate. It leads to a shadowy woodland park behind the school. What? The gate is rusty, as if it hasn't seen much use. However, it still opens. The door just fucking crashes over. So we pass through. It's not forbidden for students to leave the grounds, but I somehow feel a little uneasy. I've never been here. Not in any of the other routes or anything. A pass leads deeper into the forest. Tall Zelkova and maple trees rustle in the wind. And I hate rustle. Their canopies creating patches of chill air, hanging in the places where the shadows fall. The forest smells strongly of earth. Because, I mean, it should. I almost feel cold, even though the midsummer day is as hot as ever. Rin trudges along like a sleepwalker, sure-footed but with no apparent destination in mind. Her thoughts seem to be elsewhere. I follow a few steps behind, taking more care to watch where my feet land. He's like, whoop, whoop, gonna trip. The path follows the land uphill at a low angle, sometimes making little detours downhill before climbing back upward. The muted brown and gray trunks line the path on both sides, peppered with ferns and other undergrowth. And a tree that's growing at the side. After a little while, I start getting worried. The path is still wide and clear, so there's no chance of getting lost, but it doesn't look like we have any particular destination. We're just going. There's nothing wrong with being a bit aimless and wandering around, but I don't want to go so far that I get too tired to walk back. Oh, why? Because our heart will explode? I'm starting to get don't want to do a light jog and destroy our existence, huh? God damn it. I'm starting to get a little winded and my legs feel heavy. I want to stop and get a chance to catch my breath and rest my legs, but Rin keeps going. Oh God, where are we going? Or are we going anywhere at all? Worry tree. There's a worry tree? I see. So what's a worry tree? It's just a tree like this. She stops in front of a particularly large maple that might or might not be the worry tree. Its lush green leaves sway lightly in the breeze blowing through the small clearing we entered. I think she was just using that as a demonstration. I guessed as much. There are people who believe that you must come here to wallow in misery. If you are miserable only by people, I mean me, and the tree isn't really called anything. What? So if you're miserable, you talk to a tree. No. What? You can't talk to trees. What do you think I am, crazy? Only a little bit. No, I didn't mean it like that. Or maybe you talk to trees? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that you're crazy, even though you probably are if you talk to trees. You guys talk to, like, inanimate objects? I mean, at least a tree's a living thing, so hey. At least you're talking to a living thing. I wouldn't recommend it either case. People will think you're a weird person. They already think I'm weird. No, you know what? Just forget it. Fuck it. She looks mildly confused, for which I don't blame her at all. She tilts her head a little to the side, expression melting back to her usual one. Alright. I'm good at forgetting things. So why are we here? Are you miserable? Is that what you're saying? I can't read the expression she makes. I hate how bad I am at interpreting Rin's mood. Dude, everyone is. You kidding me? She doesn't answer right away, as if she herself isn't certain of her own mood. The blank stare changes into a more difficult expression as she shuffles her weight around. Finally, coming to a conclusion, Rin shrugs her shoulders. I've grown to seriously dislike that gesture. It literally means nothing. Maybe. I just feel like I'm sinking underwater. I don't know what I should do. Aw, I don't know where I should go. That's all. Maybe it's not a big deal, but I thought walking might help. Kinda like if I go somewhere, I would know where I should go. I don't really know if it did. It really would have made sense if walking had helped to decide where to go. So you don't want to try to get an exhibition? Or rather, you don't know if you do? You can't decide? Rin doesn't say anything for a while, arranging her thoughts in silence. The quiet is broken by bird song from somewhere in the trees, followed by rustling leaves as the bird takes flight. Maybe. I'm not sure if I can have a thing like that. So far, I've only painted for myself. I don't think I could have my things on display the way I am now. This me couldn't do it. Her reason sounds like a weak excuse. I make my trademark frown. But she doesn't notice it. I don't get it. I mean, the teacher certainly thinks you could. I don't think he'd suggest it otherwise. Sounds like he's calling in favors from his friends, too. I know. He's really done a lot for me, but this might be too much. Becoming someone who can do it might be pretty hard. Maybe I couldn't do it at all. He can't do it for me, and if I let him try, I'd just sink deeper and deeper. Rin! Rin stands in front of a large maple and turns away from me. I want to close the few feet of distance between us, and I don't know. My irritation is suddenly gone, and I start feeling sympathetic for her. You know what? I know exactly how you feel. Okay, maybe I don't. But still. I think I haven't felt like I was actually in control of my own life this entire year. I'm just helplessly going along with the flow. Like coming here to this school, I didn't choose it myself. And I certainly didn't choose this time of my life to learn that I have this condition. I still can't casually say the word aloud. Did I just be like, yeah, my heart explodes. What do you want? It's like, you know what? It is exactly like being underwater. Like I can't even breathe. Rin turns to face me again, a sad expression on her face. Is that why you look so sad all the time? I don't want to look sad like you. Nobody does. Do I look to you like you look to me? I don't look sad all the time. I don't know what I should be feeling. What kind of face I should be making. Just neutral face. Me neither. Do I look sad now? Yes. I mean, right now, yeah. Or she looks more concerned. Ooh, burp. Not really. You look like you always do, I think. But I'm sinking. I should try to float up like a rubber duck. Quack, quack, all yellow and creepy. I had to think for a few seconds about which direction I should pursue in this conversation, then realize it doesn't matter. Hold on, you think rubber ducks are creepy? You don't. I think they look very creepy. Everything that has eyes but isn't alive is very disturbing. Like rubber ducks and reflections in mirrors. But the reflection is you. I guess it's not alive because I guess it does have eyes and isn't alive because it's technically just a reflection of yourself. And Rin, no, She plops down on the forest bed, leaning on the maple she named the worry tree. After wondering what to do for a minute, I sit down too, 3 feet apart from her. Oh, and I look up at the sky. Or try to, anyway. The forest envelops us in its embrace, and its stillness falls upon the two of us. We sit there without speaking for some time. I could literally feel time passing. Patches of sunlight litter the small clearing on a pattern that echoes the maple canopies. One of them falls directly on me, warming me all the way to the bone. I wonder what I could do for myself, and maybe for Rin now. For now, I just keep watching her from this distance. Sometimes she cranes her neck all the way back, so much that it almost looks painful. She's good. And stares up at the small patch of sky visible past the canopy of the worry tree. Sometimes she just stares blankly ahead, as if seeing something just beyond her reach. She keeps whispering to herself, but so quietly that I can't even hear her, even though I'm literally sitting right next to her. I only see her lips moving, like she was in the middle of a distant dream. Rin is an enigma. I realize that right now I no longer feel any of the intense loneliness I feel at night just before falling asleep. I might be more like Rin than I thought. Well, during her route, we're like transforming into a second Rin. I can either give up and stay submerged under the weight of all the crap in my life, or try to change myself for the better. And that's the option that sounds better. Her decision is different, yet the same. And unlike her, I know for sure that I can't stay like this forever. Oh, God. You mean like just continue down this path? So, I have a feeling this is probably a super important decision. It feels like the other ones weren't, but this one kind of can pull us to like different avenues, I feel like. So I kind of would I think I'm leaning more towards the Emmy answer. I think I don't know. Cause like Emmy's like very, go up, get out there, keep just do blah 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 blah. Rin's like, I mean, maybe if we could continue going down the Rin path, where what if it just was like, haha, you fool, now you're on Emmy's route again. Damn it. That'd be amazing. That would piss me off even more. You know what? I don't know. I mean, they. Let's do what I want to do and see what happens. Emmy probably has done it. She's so happy and energetic. A runner girl without legs. If anyone has beaten a disability, it has to be her. Makes me feel a little bit better, too. And I lean back against the tree, breathing out deeply as if for the first time in a long time. Hey, I think maybe that wasn't as important as I was thinking. Classic me. Overthinking things. We stay that way in the small clearing until the angle of sun changes and the chilly shadows deepen. I almost said shallows. No longer warm where we sit, we leave the forest, returning along the same path we took coming in. Doesn't seem like Rin has come to a decision. I wonder if it was a bad idea for me to come along. No, we soothe her. It's fine. It's all right. I don't mind. I'm sure the trees and dirts and rocks don't mind either. Did you mind? No, not at all. I think it helped me too. And now you are on Emmy's route. While we walk back toward the dorms, the sky is changing to a deep ultramarine. The ultramarines. The first summer stars twinkle softly from between spots in the canopy, barely visible like tiny fireflies. I become very self-conscious about Rin's presence. I haven't thought about much girls since, or change that up. I haven't thought much about girls since things fell apart with Iwanako. This is kind of the same situation as then, but to be honest, I don't think it really counts for much, not with Rin. And yet, it feels good walking next to her, even if isn't anything more than this. Like, are we really doing this right now? At first, I think Rin agitated me quite a bit with her unpredictable behavior. I thought it was endearing. But recently, I feel I haven't had to be on my toes as much. I managed to let myself go a little. It makes me feel satisfied, even though ultimately I think it's more thanks to Rin than myself. She seems to be disinterested in a huge number of things, but something in her makes me try harder than I normally would. Oh, I'm becoming a tryhard. It's not that I want to impress her. I think that truly impressing Rin would take literally near superhuman effort just because of how she is. Instead, it's because there is this restless feeling inside of me that I shouldn't let Rin down. She just gives you the look. It's really weird. I wonder why I started thinking like that. I don't even know what sort of expectation she has about pretty much anything. So how could I let her down? Rin has this unassuming air around her, and she doesn't really talk about stuff very often. Even today's confession of her self-doubt caught me a little bit off guard. I feel like I want to talk more with her. I know I do. The realization suddenly dawns on me that Rin is basically the only person I talk to nowadays apart from whatever I have to endure from Shizune, Misha, or Kenji. I feel slightly depressed. No, I feel good. In front of the dorms, as if summoned by my dark thoughts, we run into Kenji himself. Oh god, no. No, stop. It feels very odd seeing him outside breathing fresh air. What? At least it's already dusk. I partially expect Kenji would disintegrate upon direct exposure to the sun. No, that's false. We know this. Kenji himself seems very insecure as well, standing around looking like he's waiting for something but doesn't know himself what it might be. Hey Kenji, what are you doing? Oh. Hello. Oh no, yup. Who are you? It's me, Isao. I'm not sure if you know Tezuka from class 3-4. You know? Kenji, calm down, the music. From his face, I can see that not only does he... Wait, hold on. From his face, I can see that not only he doesn't know Rin, he also can't see her from this short distance. Oh, okay. Oh, sup, dudes. Kenji sticks his hand enthusiastically forward, almost straight into Rin's stomach. Rin looks at his outstretched hand in confusion until Kenji clears his throat and retracts his hand. Ooh, left hanging, huh? there is something almost cool that he manages to do with social awkwardness. It's not like I'm the most suave man on the planet, but I don't think I'll ever be able to even approach Kenji's level. When he play it off so good, I think I respect Kenji a little more. Dude, so are you waiting for someone? He leans in closer and lowers his voice to an agitated whisper. I see his facial muscles twitching. Come on, man. You know I can't talk about that stuff here in public. They might be listening. I'm going to have to pick up some stuff from somewhere. And I don't want those snooping student council hags to get on my case. Also, I don't trust your friend. Nothing personal. Are you sure he's trustworthy? Yes, he's trustworthy. I briefly considered telling Kenji about Rin's gender, but that's a really bad idea, so... yeah, see, look. But as it might end up badly for one or both of them, I decide against it. Yeah, I'm sure. He turns from me to Rin, and I immediately get the feeling that I have to prevent them from talking to each other with whatever means necessary. However, there is little I can do apart from physical violence. In that case, would you be interested in knowing about the worst threat to mankind since they invented vegetarianism? Oh, Jesus, no. He sounds like a vacuum cleaner salesman. Kenji, no. I thought it was Sunday. I see you're not in the know. Yeah, man. I'm talking about man-eating cows here. Very few people know what I know, so I'm not surprised. What the actual... We can't talk here. But if you'd like a pamphlet, come to my room after curfew on Mondays or Wednesdays. He has a pamphlet. He has a pamphlet. He suddenly reaches to his pocket and draws out a ballpoint pen and what looks like a convenience store receipt. Or recipient. Kenji furiously scribbles on the scrap of paper and then thrusts it towards Rin. Here's the password. Memorize it, and then eradicate any trace of this document. Eat it, burn it, dissolve it in acid, whatever. I take the receipt from Kenji, as Rin is unable to do so, and glance at it. It's indeed a receipt, apparently for 2 rice balls and 5 boxes of matches. Alright, I hope he's not planning to burn anything down. On the other side is written just one word. Honey muffin! I don't know why that's so funny to me. Hey, hold on. This didn't look like no goddamn receipt paper. It's bullshit. I show it to Rin too, but she shows no reaction. Well, duh. Thank you. Yo, Hisao. You still in that club? The Club of Dark Arts? Yes. Fine art, and anyway, yeah, actually just had a meeting today. Still got your wits about you, man? No shady tricks going on? Nothing personal, man, but I had to be on top of things. Can't get caught with my pants down. Speaking of which, you should really take showers later. Gotta respect that personal space, nothing personal. Kenji looks around as if he heard something and then strains his jacket. Okay, I gotta scoot before it gets too late. Later, dudes. Good luck. Gotta scoot. People call me that, by the way. Sometimes Scott, it's scoot. Kenji takes off rapidly toward the main gate. Rin looks after him, frowning. Why is every Kenji scene like the greatest thing ever? We watch after Kenji's diminishing figure in silence. What's wrong with him? I don't think science has figured it out yet. Technically speaking, I think he's legally blind. Oh, I see. No, were you like just saying what's wrong with him as like, because we all have problems, or just in a normal sense? Because, oh, Jesus, here he goes with the fucking letter. I can immediately tell from the envelope that it's not about official matters of any sort. Somehow, someone actually wrote me. Wait, is this all the same? No, it's not. Oh, right. Every time he reacts to the letter differently, so. Like the last time he just threw it away. What a hero. Someone actually wrote me an old-fashioned handwritten paper letter. Who bothers doing anything like that? In this day and age, yet as unlikely as the prospect of receiving one sounds, there's definitely a letter lying on my desk. Hello. Classes are over for the day. Still feeling pretty full from the big lunch that I had unexpectedly eaten in the cafeteria. I returned to my dorm, planning on finishing my homework and probably skipping dinner or at least eating light. Why am I talking like this? I've been through the letter scene so much. I'm sick of the letter. I feel like I need to eat less than I used to. Maybe I don't use that much energy now that I don't do anything beyond reading. However, the letter on my desk has naturally caught my interest. It's the first piece of mail I've received here at Yamaku, so it feels special even if it wasn't something as rare as a handwritten letter. What causes me even more trepidation is the name of the sender written neatly on the back of the envelope. Iwaniko, there it is. You see it? It's coming. I don't know why she write me. I haven't been in contact. You know, the last one. Last time I saw her, I died. She said goodbye and didn't look back. Oh wait, no. Last time I saw her, you know, it was a hospital. It might have been a natural ending because she said bye to me, and then she stopped and we stopped talking. You know, Wanaka's always had this aura of fragility, shatter her to pieces or something. She looked so sad that I didn't want to say anything that might upset her. I never could figure out the right words to say. I told her that it wasn't her fault, and she nodded. And just... Did I tell you guys? Apparently, there was supposed to be an Iwaniko route or something. That's what someone told me. I don't know how that would have worked at this point. They could have probably figured it out. Yeah, she looked so hopelessly sad every time she opened that door because why? So I never managed to say the right things I wanted to say, and in the end that might have hurt her even more. Oh, Jesus, here I go. Carefully I open the envelope and draw out the folded letter from within to throw it away. No. How are you? I hope you're doing well. This is going to the wellness class, so I'm sure you've been, yeah, whatever. I do this every time. The mood among third years, the teacher, Mr. Tachibana, the nagging, and the cool, and I think I must admit that I'm somehow losing confidence. Well, you know, you should. It's weird that we're seniors, no, because time's passing. The new first year seems so young. I've been feeling nostalgic. There are other things I want to say. I'm writing you because I felt like there were things I should have said. Yeah, I know. Truth is, the times when I visited you at the hospital made me worried. I mean, I was dying. What do you want? My heart was at the risk of exploding at any given moment. I'm sure, but somehow I got the feeling that you had given up on something back then. Well, yeah. How'd you feel if your heart was gonna explode, woman? I'm really sorry for not being able to support you, as you should be. I needed all the support I could have, and you gave me nothing. I'm just so upset. Maybe if you wouldn't have drifted so far away, if I had just said something, I hope you managed to get it. I'm on my own feet. Now that the distance between us is also physical, it feels like a final. Yeah, get out of here. After finishing the letter, I fold it like it was and place it on my desk. I don't know what to think about this. I feel empty and confused. Okay, so that's how he does. Why now, after all this time? Just yesterday, I decided that I can't let myself stay like this, that I'd been trying to get on top of my own life, and reading this letter just reminds me of what could have been. Of course, I wish that I didn't have to be here. I'd want to be in the same class with Wanako again. Maybe we could talk every now and then and go on dates. You know, your life sucks sometimes, okay? I don't really need to be reminded of this. Iwanako needed to write me this letter for her own sake, and I'm glad that she could, but it would have been better if I hadn't read it. Well, maybe you shouldn't have. Maybe you shouldn't know of the goddamn letter. Of course, she's right. I thought of the same thing yesterday. I had fallen into a pit of depression, and now I have to try to climb out. I rip out a page of my notebook, and after a moment of thinking how to frame my words, write a short reply to Iwanako. Okay, so he's writing. I find it difficult to be really honest with her, but at least I try to appear somewhat convincing. I don't write her about Yamaku at all. I doubt she'll write me again, but I don't feel sad about it. I fold my own letter to her, and as I have no envelopes, she set it next to Iwanako's. I'll mail it to her later. I'll use the same envelope. And then I lie on the bed looking at the monotone gray ceiling. A bird sings outside of my window, and a sudden gust of wind flutters my curtains. The summer afternoon feels still, as if time had stopped for a brief moment. I think about all the things I've lost and will never regain. Dude, my favorite letter opening scene was when he was just like, nah, fuck this, and just throws it away. I don't need this shit. I loved it. Thus the languid days of mid-June pass by. I mail my letter to Iwanako and receive no reply. Having decided to ditch the old me, I start observing my fellow students even closer than I did before, hoping to understand how other people cope with their own issues. I start seeing things I didn't before, and it makes me wonder if I've been wrong twice. Superficially, everyone is abnormal, yet so strikingly normal that it shocked me at first. I admired the way my new schoolmates turned my prejudices around just like that, simply by being themselves. I just existed. Now that I've gotten used to it, I begin noticing other kinds of tones in the people surrounding me every day. There's the soft, numb sadness all around me. I can see the effort everyone has to make just to get through the day, and how it weighs on their shoulders like it weighs on mine. Even the brightest smile is just slightly subdued. Every outburst of annoyance just slightly dampened. It's subtle, but it's definitely there. I try to think what it means, what I can learn from others. I wonder if deep down everyone is as lost as I am. Is there even one person here who has truly found peace? Me! I start to feel doubtful about myself once again. I can't decide whether these people are happy, unhappy, or if they've just learned to cope and now live in an unfeeling limbo like I did all spring. I escape from these feelings into the towering piles of books I carry to my room from Yuko's sanctuary. Sanctuary. After realizing that this will just shut me down even more, I start going to the art club's room more often, usually whenever I can. Rin too seems to spend more time in there than her own classroom. I've often seen her totter towards the door at the very end of the corridor. That wooden door in the room behind it, smelling of paint and paper, seems to mean more to her than the rest of the world combined. She says she has special permission to use the room, which I don't doubt at all. I don't think Nomiya would deny Rin anything. He seems to dote on her, like an uncle upon a favorite niece. The object of his affection, however, has no favorites. She says she appreciates the teacher a lot for going the extra mile for her sake, but even when she says that, her expression is the same as always. It's as if she was talking about a particularly unremarkable rock that she saw the other day. I can't really figure out their relationship. We'll figure it out in time. Rin doesn't seem to let anyone close. I don't think even Emmy could say she's crossed that gap that Rin seems that seems to separate Rin from the rest of the world. I don't understand it. She seems so indifferent, yet so passionate at the same time. Oh God, somewhere the school bells ring the last call of the day. I almost said Call of Duty. What the fuck, brain? I realize I've been zoning out for God knows how long. Dazed, I sit up straighter, trying to look as inconspicuous as possible. The pungent smell of linseed oil. Linseed linseed oil and turpentine mix in my nostrils as I draw a deep breath. I feel drowsy and lightheaded. Don't breathe it in. Like, you just, you don't, like, just huff the goddamn, oh my god. It's already this late and a few club members left early. So it's just me, Rin, the teacher, and 2 other girls who are about to leave. Damn, you're doing pretty good right there. She has a very, what's it called? Just a very unique art, like, to her, you know what I mean? Like, that she does. It's all, like, there's something about it. It's always, like, abstract and weird. But it's cool, you know? Rin is sitting to my right, slowly working on a painting while I'm idling the time away. I don't think she realizes I've been watching her this whole time. With a nimble move of her delicate ankle, she dips the brush into crimson paint and presses it lightly onto the canvas. A stain spreads around as if the brush was bleeding. Does your paint, hold on, this is a question. If your painting, is your painting more valuable if you painted it with your feet than your hands? Huh? Is it? Would it be more like, oh man, that's impressive. Add a few $1,000 on it. I don't know. Her progress has slowed down to a crawl. By now I've learned that this is dangerous for her technique, as the paint must not be allowed to dry before she's finished. Oh god. It occurs to me that I am literally watching paint dry. And yet somehow I'm not feeling bored despite spacing out just now. It's because you're with Rin. Most of the time the art club is very relaxed and freeform. Apart from times when Nomiya gets really excited about some technique or style he wants to teach us about, everyone is free to pursue their own interests. Lacking one, I keep floating around without a direction. I try this and that, but nothing really leaves me with a deeper impression. Not to mention that I don't seem to have a special knack for anything. Well, I did get praised for my attempt at watercolors, and I felt pretty good about that myself, but that's it. Well, there you go! Do more watercolor shit. What do you think about that? I suppose it's to be expected. I joined the art club mostly on a whim, after all. I'm thinking that maybe I should quit the club. No, you stupid. If it's going to be this pointless. But there's nothing really wrong with pointlessness, and I can't say I'm unhappy. Unsatisfied, maybe, but I only got myself to blame for that one. As the pair of girls exit the club room with a cheerful "Baby!", Nomiya stands up from his chair. His chair scoots back with a loud screech that breaks the harmony of this quiet afternoon. He taps a pile of papers in his hand twice against the tabletop in order to straighten them, then stretches his back. Oh, he's doing the stretch. I have a faculty meeting to attend, so I cannot stay. I'll have to do some paperwork tonight or later, so if you want to stay, we can talk then. I'm sorry about this. There are 2 people here, but he's really talking to only one of us. Nomiya spends extra hours of his time mentoring Rin after official club hours are over, and I'll bet he'd like to discuss his plans of getting Rin's art into a gallery a little more. It's alright. I think I'll probably be here, but it's not a big deal if I'm not. I don't really have much going now. Rin answers without moving her eyes from her work in progress. The tone of her voice is neither polite, is neither the polite kind expected when talking to a teacher nor her usual monotone. Oh. Well, shit. See, that's how I usually do Rin's voice. I just do monotone all the time. But she wasn't doing that. God damn it. So I won't need to send a search party if you aren't here? Yes, no thanks. I don't like to party. We could talk later. I like to... No, I hate... A good girl. don't like when he says that. I don't know. It's just weird. Smiling, the teacher picks up the rest of his papers and makes his way to the door. I glance at the clock above it and then at my watch to double check. They're 3 minutes apart, but nevertheless, the club's meeting time is over now. Rin seems intent on staying here to work on her piece while waiting for the teacher. I can't imagine what their one-on-one time would be like. Would they actually discuss anything? I feel like it'd be more him talking at her. Rin is always so subdued in what she says, and when she does say something, it's difficult to understand what she's talking about. Maybe Nomiya just talks endlessly like he does in the club meetings, letting Rin absorb what she will from his indefinite well of art knowledge, like a sunflower turning to face this golden glowing sun. That's what I thought. That's what I was saying. Do you mind if I stay? I thought maybe I'd give watercolors another try. I don't need an excuse. She doesn't care. I blurt out the excuse sort of accidentally, embarrassing myself. Rin doesn't take her eyes off her painting. Okay. I shift her. Well, now I gotta do the watercolors. Fuck. I could have just sat here and continued to watch paint dry. I shift around in the chair, then get to fetching a cup of water, brushes, colors, and some paper. The sound of my footsteps invades the still afternoon air. Before starting, I try to recall what the teacher told us. An important philosophy of the medium. Working with watercolors means more working with water than working with color. That's what I've figured it was. Like, I've done watercolors, and that's kind of what it feels like. I try to keep that in mind and dip my tiny Sable's grimoire brush into the water cup. I'm mixing yellow and blue, trying to capture the sunlit treetops outside of the window. The sun is low, so the yellows are more pronounced and everything looks darker. I still can't quite connect what I see with what my hand does with the paints, but it's passable attempt for my level. It's fine, you're still going. After a while, I start losing my focus and move the paper aside, deciding to watch Rin work for a while instead. That little while stretches first into a long while, then into a really long while. Rin paints her entire being fully concentrated on the brush between her slender toes, and the painting coming to life one stroke at a time. She seems determined and yet at the same time relaxed, effortlessly moving the brush around, never hesitating. Colors meet and part, mix and cover each other on the canvas, bending to her quiet will. I don't know anything about composition, structure, or any of that shit, but I really like Rin's paintings. I like how she looks when she paints. Do you mean just calm? As usual, the silence between us compels me to speak rather than merely wait for her to open up. She might end up saying nothing at all. That's how I am. If it's fucking quiet and I'm sitting there quiet with someone, I just need... I don't like quiet. I have to talk. I mean, of course I'm not going to if I need to be quiet, but... Do you mind if we talk? Oh, look, I don't mind. I kind of wanted to ask more about why you get so weird about this thing the teacher wants to arrange for you. Rin picks up a tube of paint and squeezes it between her toes on a palette almost as easily as someone with opposable thumbs would. Taking up a brush again, she replies, "Dude, I'd love to see that shit." A lot of things, and some not things. Unthings. I don't think that's a word. Do you want to talk about it? I try to reach out to her clumsily, ignoring the embarrassing feeling of awkwardness. Rin keeps her focus on the painting, spreading more and more paint on the canvas, her lips forming a perfectly straight line as she concentrates on the job. Look at this. Look how serious she is. Not really. Oh, talking is hard. I mean, it's not hard. I mean, talking even now, but saying the right things is really hard for me. No matter what, I just can't say the things I want. That sounds weird. It's true. I say all kinds of things that I don't really mean all the time. And sometimes I forget words and then I use the wrong words. I even come up with new words for things that already have some. That's the worst thing. I do that too. It's fine. I get really nervous and everything comes out a mess and I don't even really understand what I want to say. I think there's something wrong with me that makes it like this. I doubt it. Remember when I said I can only think of 4 things at the same time? I nod wordlessly. Even though she's not oh, no, she is. Okay. It's not really 4. I mean, it is 4, but everything else is also there, kind of in the background. Like being at an amusement park and a beehive at the same time, but that's not the point. I used to do better, like 6 or 7 things. I think so, at least. I feel like I'm becoming dumber. You know, I think everyone has times when they feel like they can't say the right things. But it's there all the time. Stronger and deeper. Yeah, deeper's a good word. Like that word. Deeper. It's that feeling of being underwater. Maybe it's just art. The more I paint, the more words I forget. Maybe at some point I'll forget how to speak completely. I'd rather you didn't. It feels like I'm slowly forgetting everything. Do you remember what you thought about things 3 or 4 years ago? I don't. I mean, it depends. A long pause ensues, during which time she seems to bend around itself, almost tying itself into a knot. I don't think I've ever heard Rin talk this earnestly for so long about anything. It's like I'm fading away from the world. It's not that dramatic, Rin. Rin's foot has stopped its work on the canvas, and she is staring at her painting, unmoving, as if gazing at some faraway horizon. Sunlight briefly glints in the corner of her onyx eyes. Unexpected. Something floats up into the top layer of Rin's being, and she lets out a long breath. Oh, and she blinks and it's gone. What the shit just happened? Paintings stay behind. When I look at my old things, I remember what I was thinking back when I made them. Huh? They make me feel like I can be with all the past me's when I was a different me. Oh, I guess they are the proof of my existence. She uses the same exact words Nomiya used when he spoke to us about the nature of art. I don't think Rin was even paying it any attention back then. I wonder if she was listening or whether she had heard the same passionate speech from Nomiya before. Either way, I feel overwhelmed. Whew! Boy, are you complicated. I would have taken up writing a diary. Her eyes quickly flicker to my direction and then back to the painting, but she doesn't pick up the brush anymore. That's a great idea. Why didn't I ever think of that? Are you being sarcastic? What's sarcasm? I don't call her on the joke if it is one. Right at that moment, Nomiya returns from his meeting. He waves us to us a very melodramatic hello. Mildly surprised to see me here along with his pet student. Walking with a boisterous gait to the desk, he drops his papers on it. He picks up a handkerchief and cleans his glasses with incredibly meticulous care, because they're fucking glasses and you don't want to break them or else you're blind, before walking over to us. Before he is within earshot of us, Rin says something to me in a quick, quiet voice. Change is the scariest thing in the world to me. It's like what I said! And I seriously don't know if I want to change into a person who could do the thing the teacher wants me to do. I don't know if I could even if I wanted to. Oh, Rin, no! Hello again! Hello. What's going on? He smiles a bit sheepishly, looking at the both of us with uninhibited interest. Oh, nothing. We were just talking about that sort of thing with your acquaintance and the gallery for Rin's works. Well, sort of. Oh, any decisions? I look at Rin, who it looks very upset, who's trying to arrange the bothered expression on her face into something else. Anyways, I don't think I have much else to say other than you should go for it. You should aim high. I think you'd be a big hit because it would be exciting. These are all the same thing. This feels like they're all the same thing. Because it would be exciting. Nah, I don't really like that one. You should aim high. It's the other one of these two. I think you'd be a big hit. Yeah, you'd be a big hit. I think you'd be super popular. I mean, your paintings are really amazing. And you paint with your feet. That's really cool too. I bet people will be amazed. It's not a big deal. I would paint with my hands if I had any. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I gotta go back. I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry. Rin turns away, looking at her painting wistfully. I want to take back what I said. If it was what made her make that face. I get it. Rin looks absent-mindedly at me, not saying anything. I can't even tell if my words had any effect on her. I just don't get it. Anyone else would be jumping up and down and for joy and excitement. What? What's the point of doing your best, being at this art club, if you don't do anything with that talent? I'm telling you, I'm going to be angry with you if you give this up. Oh my God, calm down, buddy. Hold on. I think I made a wrong choice. My voice rises higher. Maybe she needs this. Hold on. Maybe I need to yell at her. I don't know what makes me say this. It's like I've been taken over by some force out of my control, but I feel angry. Images of a letter written on cute stationery flash in my mind. Now, fuck that letter. Images of the masked faces of my parents, doctors, images of time I've wasted. They mix into my feelings about Rin like a torrent of molten iron. I want to continue, but Rin suddenly stands up. Fine. Oh, I'm going. What? Wait. She trots out of the room without anyone saying anything. I stare after her, still seething, though with the voice of rationality in the back of my head, wondering if I made her angry as well. The teacher lets out an embarrassed but extraordinarily loud laugh. You care a lot about her, don't you? Nomiya looks at me over his circular pink glasses, smiling sympathetically. You've made friends with her then, Nakai? I guess. Depends on how you look at it. To be honest, I don't really know. It's more like me and Rin just tend to hang around each other irregularly, talking or not about something that more often resembles some twisted mockery of philosophy rather than normal everyday things that friends chat about. That's fine. Well, it's all good, isn't it? You're a new student, and we should be promoting integration into the student body and such. I can't remember all the buzzwords they spew at the faculty and Yamaku Foundation meetings, but that's how it is. Tezuka isn't the most sociable person around these parts either. Yeah, that's definitely true. So she's talked about my suggestion to you. I was literally right there. Oh no, not really. I think it's been more me pressing her to decide something. Maybe I shouldn't have. No, I'm sure it's fine. I'm too soft with her even when I shouldn't. I don't really know how to handle Tezuka. She's so independent and willful. I wonder if this is what every old geezer of an art teacher who got his hands on a young and fiery prodigy was like. He chuckles ironically to himself for a bit, turning to face Rin's latest work, which she left drawing on the easel. She departed so abruptly that I wonder if she considers it finally finished. So, let's see this painting then. He leans closer, peering at the canvas. Oh God, it draws you in, doesn't it? Nomiya stands back straight, his face a dreamy, nostalgic visage. I don't answer him, as he seems to be taking my agreement as a given. I sometimes stay here after hours just to look at Tezuka's paintings. She's really just prodigious, prodigious, dude. And at such a young age. I get shivers just thinking of what she could become with a few more years of refinement. You asked what makes an artist, remember? This is it. They take a piece of the world and reshape it in their own image. Metaphorically, of course. Looking at her makes you wonder what the world looks like through her eyes. It's a wonderful thing to be young and full of passion, the most extraordinary time of your life. You would do well to remember that, Nakai. Yes, sir. It's so silly. People always ask artists, where do you get your ideas? As if ideas were something sold at the market for pocket change. There's too much. You can't explain inspiration. For people like Tezuka, it's like breathing. It's an instinct. I've met maybe one or two with the same kind of raw potential. But no amount of potential will amount to anything if one doesn't work to realize it. It's practice, technique, skill. Draw for an hour every day for a few years, and even the most hopeless case becomes a passable artist. So you're telling me that if I keep doing art, and I can one day draw anime titties? Tezuka is not brilliant because she was born with the natural talent for this kind of thing. She's brilliant because she works harder than anyone. Ever since she learned to hold a pen, most likely. And all of it with her feet, no less. Absolutely phenomenal. Silence finally lands in the classroom as Nomiya lets himself get drawn back into Rin's painting, gently murmuring acceptance toward the still white canvas. He licks it a little. What kind of things do you paint yourself? Oh God, why did I ask that? Now he's gonna go. He loves to talk, so as if waking from a reverie, he looks at me, surprised at my talking to him. Oh, I do not anymore. What? I became an art teacher only after my career in that field came to an end. Now I just pass on my knowledge to the next generation. The way Nomiya answers is curious, both giving and withholding information. I feel I should ask more, but he cuts in before I get a chance. Now you should run along, my boy. It's almost dinner time, isn't it? Yes, sir. Have a good evening. You too. Oh, I don't know why I started singing there. I quickly collect my stuff and step out into the deserted hallway, leaving the teacher alone with his musings. The weekend will soon be here. It's amazing how fast time flies. I promised Emmy I'd join her for the celebration of her triumph at the track meet last week. That should be fun. I'm still worried I made the wrong decision on either of those decisions. I don't know, dude. I just... And then he got a little angry with her. I mean, hey, sometimes... Sometimes... Watching neither of those meant anything. And it's just me stressing out for no fucking reason. That's not surprising. I do that all the time. Whenever a decision comes up, yeah, I'll sometimes answer them real quick. But other times, when I think it's a decision that actually matters, that's when I'm like, the game's gonna fuck me, and then the decision doesn't actually matter, and I'm like, oh, well, I just wasted time. But hey, no time's wasted if you're having fun, huh?